Yo, what's good, everybody? We got another Beers with Barton. It is chilly. It was in the 30s. It's like in the 20s overnight. It's in the 30s for most of the day. I don't know what it is now, but the sun's basically gone anyway. It's almost 5 o'clock. And fantasy football, week 13 is finally done after last night's Cowboys-Ravens game. So everyone knows where they're at in the playoffs. I know where I'm at. In 9 out of my 10 leagues, I have one league that is actually 14 weeks of regular season. 10-team league, top 4 make it. And then the semis and the championship are week 15 and 16. So I'm sitting in 4th place in that one right now. But of course, I have to play the first place team. If I win, I'm definitely in. If I lose, I need a couple guys to lose because of points scored, I think. But we'll get into it. So it is Wednesday. It is hump day. And we are 2 weeks and 2 days away from Christmas. Unbelievable. So as of this Friday, it's 2 weeks. To the day as our Lord, baby Jesus' birthday. Jessica's birthday is coming up herself on the 16th, my mother-in-law on the 18th, so it's the season. One of my favorite seasons, obviously different this year with everything going on, but still trying to spend some time with close family and friends that we've been around anyway, and we'll just go from there. So, let's do it. I'm going to give you a rundown of these fantasy playoffs, what happened, where I'm at, and everything's good. So, my Yahoo leagues, I'm in 4 of them. The biggest one, obviously, is that guillotine one where you basically, like I said, 17 teams, lowest scoring team every week gets knocked out. You're done. All your players get dropped. You get a free agent budget, fab dollars as they call it. You can bid on players. So it's week 14, so 13 of the 17 are gone. There's only 4 of us left, and it's myself and worst best friend are 2 of those 4 teams. It's crazy. The teams are so good now. I mean, there's like Ezekiel Elliott, Julio Jones, Russell Wilson, Austin Eckler. Let's see who else is out there on the Derrick Henry. They're just sitting out there. That's because Derrick Henry was from the guy who just lost this week, but it's almost too good, and you got to try to make the decision. So it's been pretty fun. So I'm still rolling along in that one. But I played a Yahoo League, 10-team league with my buddies back home from San Francisco. I think this is my 3rd year in a row, and it's fun. First year, I think I finished 3rd. No, first year, I think I finished 2nd, and then last year I finished 3rd. This year, good team, I thought. Had some injuries. Joe Mixon, Michael Thomas were 2 of my top picks. Actually, my first 2 picks, so I've been struggling, but I was sitting at 6-5 thinking, hey, if I just win one of these last 2, I'm pretty much in. And I lost my last 2. I thought I was out. It was crazy. But the 7th place guy just needed to win to get in. Total points is the first tiebreaker. And I thought he had already won. Wasn't really paying attention. This morning looked. I finished 6. Finished 6-7 because I lost my last 2 games. And I made the 6th seed. The guy ended up losing by 2.7 points. He had Zeke last night, and he had, it was a Monday night game. Oh, he had Stephon Diggs, and I thought he only needed like 20 points. I thought it was way over. He needed like 25. So I get in at 6-7, even though I lost my last 2 weeks, and it hasn't been great. Antonio Gibson gets hurt, so my team is not great there, but I'm in the playoffs, so we'll see what happens. So there's that one. The one that worst best friend and I run, we our first 3 picks, Michael Thomas, Austin Eckler, and George Kittle were our first 3 picks. So you can figure all that out. We picked up Gibson, and we drafted Keenan Allen and Mike Gesicki. We made a trade like week 6 or week 4, I think, actually, because a guy was 0-3 or 0-4. And we got Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham Jr., and CeeDee Lamb for Antonio Gibson, who wasn't doing anything yet, Mike Gesicki, and Keenan Allen, who wasn't going off but doing good. At the time, great trade. Well, Andy Dalton goes out, or Dak Prescott goes out, Andy Dalton. Gesicki wasn't doing much, and now Antonio Gibson, before he just got hurt with turf toe, was going nuts. So it's just been bad trade. Anyway, we finished 6-7. It's a 12-team league. We need one other team to lose. We're in 7th place. I think we have the 3rd most points scored and the 2nd most against us. Brutal. But that's fantasy. And then the other one I'm in, like I said, 10 teams, 14 weeks. So I'm in 4th place now. If I can beat the 1st place team, I'm definitely in. I'm not loving my chances. But if I lose, I just need some help. So we'll see. But Yahoo, I guess I made it in at least 2, maybe a 3rd. Guillotine, I guess, is playoffs every week. So 2 out of 2, maybe 3 out of 4 on that one. So then ESPN, I play one with Jessica, couples. There's 10 of us, and I was 2nd place this week, played the 1st place team, ended up winning. So I'm the 1st place team, so I have a 1st round bye there. It's good. Top 6 make it. And the good thing about me winning, I think Jessica is the 3rd seed, so she's got a game this week. If she can win, she plays the 2nd seed, so she can win that. And if I can win next week after my bye, we can play for the championship, so we'll see what happens. And then the league with worst best friend and I, he somehow miraculously has one more win than me, although his team stinks. Actually, his team's decent. It's his bench that stinks, but I'm still better, and I'm sticking to it. It was that stat correction that gave me the loss. So we would have both been 9-4, and I would have been over him because I've scored the most points. The most points scored in the entire league has been my team. I'm pretty sure 1st or 2nd. He's at like 5th or 6th. He just got lucky. So I'm the 3rd seed. I don't get a bye. It's a 10-team league. Top 6 make it, just like a normal division. So, Buddy's 2nd seed. So if I win this week against my buddy Rodney, I get to play him in the semi. So karma's coming, big guy. Coming at you. And then my dumpster league, one of my favorite leagues, 12-team league, top 6 make it, but just it's been a bad year for me. I thought I drafted better than I did. It really hasn't worked out. Had a ton of injuries. Michael Thomas again, Kittle, all those people. But I think I was in last place for a while, but one of the guys got 10 losses in a row, so I think I'm 9th. So I'm going for 7th place champion in that one. And then the one that I play with Michaela, it was the 8 teams, 5 kids, a couple adults, and top 6 make it. I hadn't won a game yet. I needed some help. I did win my first game, so I'm 1-3, but I did not get in. Michaela won her first game. She's also 1-3, so her and I are tied, but it's most points scored, and she beat me by about 30 or 40, so she's in the playoffs. 6th seed. She sneaks in. She's playing her best friend in the first round. But, man, let me tell you, the excitement of knowing not only getting a win, but also how the playoffs work and waivers. It's just been really cool. So that's a good one. I'm honestly much happier that she won and made it in the playoffs than I did. I'm a little salty because I'll be playing the same team for the next 3 weeks. There's only 2 of us in the losers bracket, but whatever. And then I have a couple ones. I did a couple free ones. One I did with some guys I played a fantasy baseball with, and I missed the playoffs by like it's a 10-team league, 4 teams, and I missed the playoffs by a game. I was 5th, and then another one like a redraft league. I'm in the playoffs. I think I was 4th. So all in all, definitely made it in 2 of the Yahoo, potentially 3, and then it sounds like, let's see, Couples League, ESPN, and the other one, not Dumpster, not the Fire one, and not that. So 3-3. So worst case, I've made it in 5 out of the 10, and maybe 6 out of the 10 if I get another win. So not a bad fantasy year altogether. Could have been better. Could have been worse. As long as I do better than worst best friend, I'm happy. But actually this year, we have a little bit of an arrangement for money that we're in. So if he wins, I win a little bit of money. If I win, he wins a little bit of money. So we're kind of rooting for each other. I just need to win this week in our league, and then I can, one of us play in the semis, one of us play in the champ. So, all right, we're going to do a little beer review. Samuel Smith, winter welcome ale. I hope everyone followed everything I just said about fantasy. If you don't like fantasy, then this probably is not the episode for you, but it's the episode for me, and it's been fun. I love fantasy football. Probably going to look at doing a fantasy baseball again, hopefully get a full season, and I'll do basketball and hockey, which is actually coming up. I think basketball starts in the 22nd, I think. And baseball, hockey is like January. So both those seasons usually start October, November timeframe. Obviously, with everything that happened in the push, they had to push it out. So we'll see what happens. But this is a fantastic beer. Someone sent me this as a little gift. It's the Old Brewery, Samuel Smith at Tadcaster. It's an English microbrewery. But it's a 6.0. It's a winter welcome ale. It's the 2021 edition. 355 milliliters, which is about 12 ounces. And this is delicious. If you can find it, I think they found it at Total Wine. I don't know. Go for it. Drink it up. Celebrate your fantasy wins or your losses. And enjoy some beers. It's hump day, so we're getting closer to the end of this week. I know most people obviously work next week. And then we're in Christmas week, so hopefully people are taking some time off. Michaela and Jessica are both done. I think their last day is the 18th. Jessica actually may work up till the 23rd, but I think Michaela's done with school, so it's getting close. I'm going to take a few days off after Christmas and try to enjoy it and go from there. So, cheers. Oh, man. Wow. This is really a very good beer. Just well done. Like I said, 12 fluent out. 6.0 drinks like a 5.9. The seasonal beer is a limited edition brewed for the short days and long nights of winter. That is true. Full body, resulting from fermentation in stone Yorkshire squares and the luxurious malt character, very accurate, which will appeal to a broad range of drinkers, is balanced against whole dried Fugle and Golding hops with nuances and complexities that should be contemplated before an open fire. I would love a fireplace. Cheers to all of that. Great beer, great time of year. I wouldn't call it a great fantasy season, but a solid one. Had fun anyway. Excuse me, and that's all that matters. Until next time, deuces.